Hi, Dan. I just thought I'd send a video about this continuity offense that we ran. So we ran the continuity offense and a motion offense. So first of all, we'll try and score on a fast break, but then we would settle into this offense. So the ball would end up here. So a midfielder had it, and then that player doesn't always have to be the same player, certainly, but we'd want it to be a skilled crease roller and passer, feeder. That person, we really don't want somebody that isn't that. So then we'll just leave it how it is here, and we'll say, okay, well, that player is the first option of this offense would be there'd be a crease roll and a score if that player can beat their defender. So then if I take that out, let me see if I can do this. And then we've got a midfielder and an attacker on this side. And if the crease roll doesn't work, this defender stops them. This player would back out. During that period of time, there would be a screen set here and a player, the other player going to the goal, and a pass here. Okay, so that would be the second choice. We got crease roll first choice, second choice, screen and pass and score. Say the pass isn't open, fine. Let me just go back that up again. This player who was cutting would go to this side over here. Okay, so now we'll go rid of that. I'm gonna erase. This player is now on the other side. This attacker now is here after the screen, and they will pop out. This player can re-attack if they want. If this defender, well, let's just leave it at that. Okay, so let's say that the defender here is in a good position to help with this. So this player should be open. Sometimes they'll need to go a few yards out and get this pass. Okay. So now, after that pass, this player comes over here as well. Okay, let me clean this up. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, this is not the case. Alright, so now we've got this attacker with the ball. Now, meanwhile, just we'll get these other players in here where they kind of were and what was happening with them originally. So an attacker, and a midfielder. These guys are the people that started on the other side of the field, the feeder, crease roller, and then the elbow player that was with the attacker that has the ball now. So they've come over to this side. While all of this was going on, those first three actions, these three players, really this fourth player, but mostly the three, are exchanging. They're occupying their defenders. They can't stand and watch. So that's important to tell them, and they also feel more included in the offense because they're not just standing around. They're making some adjustments. So let's get rid of that stuff. So they were there. Now the ball is over here. Now this player has a shot at attacking here. Now this offense is good against a man, not good against the zone as much. Especially a backer zone, it's not as good because it's a lot of crease rolls. So there's an attack there. So that's our next option. from that side. Same thing. Say the defense is a defender, they're not capable of doing it. This player at the top, once the ball gets to this attacker here, there's a drift, called a drift, to create more space and take your defender away from the ball here. Okay, so this player has to have that little intelligence and can be taught this. Hey, bring your defender away so they have more room to attack. But also, the next part of the offense, if we get rid of some of these little things, would be that this midfielder needs to come help this player and get the ball. And that would be the next one. A pass here, attack, no to go, pass it out to the top to a midfielder. This player should be a good player. Good, fast player would be good and can shoot. Once this attacker passes it here, sorry, I'm doing it in the air, that doesn't help. Passes it here, that instead of the action of cutting, which in a motion offense, which this is not, that would be pretty common, like a pass and cut kind of feel. So instead of passing and cutting, which everybody else did prior, they stay. And all of these guys on this side who had been exchanging and so on, now we'll do what we would call a wave, like an ocean wave, this way. Okay, so they all come across. So now, including this back player, let's get rid of all this. Okay, I'm just going to erase it this way. So now, hope this is going to be followable. We've got the midfielder with the ball. Let me redraw this. Here. We've got everybody the action of coming across the field this way, and their players usually are concerned, or sorry, their defenders are usually concerned about their player and are okay at doing both defending the ball and their player. But typically this can be a good solution or a good opportunity is this player has the ball and they make a move like this. So while this wave is occurring, it's creating all of this space here. Because there's no players on this side of the field anymore, and this midfielder goes to the goal. We scored a lot on that part. So that is that. Now, it can kind of go on, and if that doesn't work, we would have that player pop out, into, so that midfielder has the ball. To get to this point is it doesn't often, we've usually scored by now or turned the ball over, but it gets to this point and this midfielder pops out. Now we've got everybody on this side of the field. Now we had a specific set play that was set up this way where everybody was on the left side of the field and a feeder on this side. And then there were, let me get back to the black. All these players are here. I can't remember what we called this. But then we're setting screens and people are flashing here and feeding the ball here if they're open. If they're defended, they'd go back and set another screen. And this would just be the whole team over here screening and flashing, and then the feeder. And then we also had this midfield attacker player that's maybe that player was the started the offense over here. Whoever your best feeder is, maybe even a left-handed feeder if you had one, could also attack here in that position. So anyway, that's a fair amount. So that's a continuity offense we called Rusty. And then we ran a kind of what everybody I feel like runs in general is a kind of a motion offense. But that's another story. So you probably have that. So anyway, I hope that helps. Hope this recorded okay. I'm gonna watch it and see if it's doable. I've never done a thing on here like this, but hopefully that's helpful, and then we could talk about it on the phone if you want. If you have any questions, there's some details I left out just because it you know it's complicated, it's complicated to write on here and make a big mess. But you can drill these. Just one last note, I guess, is like this action in terms of practice and drills. It's kind of nice because once they understand the offense, kind of it doesn't have to be as rigid as it seems. But you can have, okay, we're gonna practice this. We're gonna practice the first part of the offense. So everybody's in a line here. They're crease rolling here. Your goalie's getting some work there. Okay, that's the first one. Crease rolls. Well, everybody's gonna do them. Great. Okay. Then second part here, attacker midfield screen, how to set a screen, legal screen, cut, boom, put your feeder here, or even you could feed them. That's just fun. And we've got that happening. Okay, this is a drill. The second option, boom, boom, boom. That's a part of the practice. This action of screening and cutting, and then so on. So each little part of the offense. Okay, we're gonna have a little line up here. We're gonna have players over here. You guys are gonna run over here. This player's gonna dip this way and go. Okay, again, sprint back over here, or do a rotation, of these players. So each little part of the offense can be broken into a piece that you can say, okay, we're going to practice first option, second option, third option, fourth option, so on. And later you could say, we don't have to start with the ball always in the same place. Like the ball could start at the top, and you could run a wave to begin with, and then that player's over here, and now we're doing that play with everybody here. So there's lots of things you can adjust. Okay, well, anyway, that's probably plenty. I will stop this and send it to you. All right, thanks, and I will talk to you later.